west of Weaver's Nest. Hello everyone, my earpiece just fell out. We've got a very exciting scene here. This is Tingana, the father of Thandi's tiny little cub, and she's just stumbled into him here. Now, I'm wondering if he doesn't have a kill in this area. His tracks were coming into this area yesterday, but Herbie, our master tracker, didn't have any luck finding him. So who knows exactly what's going on here? We are definitely going to stay put to work out what's happened, but a very, very pleasant surprise. She's sniffing very intently. I wonder if she can possibly smell a kill, or if she's just analyzing his scent. What a surprise. I'd driven straight past him and then looked back and thought, oh, hang on, there's another leopard. No, sorry, Zev thought now there was a third one possibly. And I don't know if we've had any sightings of the family together with the tiny cub. It's not to say that it hasn't, of course, happened, that Tingana has gone to investigate his tiny little baby, but the males usually don't pay too much concern for cubs, and it's usually when they're trying to steal a meal from the cub's mother that you get some kind of an exciting scene. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. I think I'm just going to... Actually, we're good here for now. I was thinking of repositioning. I was trying to loop ahead of Thandi, who I was assuming was heading towards a large termite mound. So I was trying to get into position there, but clearly back in the opposite direction. So what I would like to do is suggest that possibly Steve races into this area so that we can split up and each of us can stay with the leopard. It'll be good to know where Tingana ends up. It would make sense, I guess, for us to follow Thandi. It's tricky. It's a tricky one to know what to do now. Let me get a hold of Steve on the Game Drive radio quickly. Steve. It's wonderful spending time with Steve again. We did work together back in the day. Steve, I'm not sure if you copied the message about Tingana and Thandi in the same sighting. It looks like Thandi's moving off, so you can maybe come here if you like and stay with the stationary one. If you just come on on Weaver's Nest, just a little bit maybe directly opposite of that 2-track to that den you told me of. Oh no. Is he going to follow her? Or is he going to head in the opposite direction? Let me just turn the vehicle around quickly. So Steve is on his way. How much time do we have left? Nearly drove into a tree there. Brent would have found that very funny. We've still got lots of time. Now, I'm torn as to what to do. She's headed up there. Do we stay with her or do we stay with him? Oof. Okay, very good. Well, you'll be glad to know that Jamie has got some assistance up in the Mara, so while we work out which leopard to stay with, we shall send you back up to her to see her in her freedom. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My earpiece just fell out there. Hence the reason why I didn't welcome you on board immediately. We've just repositioned. We had a quick look around for any sign of Thandi. Against my suspicions, it looks like she may well have moved off and just completely abandoned the thoughts of trying to steal any scraps of this kill that she made, and her boyfriend, Tingana, who's busy feeding it on it, stole it from her. He seems to be having a wonderful, wonderful meal there. Sadly, my plans to deploy the rover a little bit closer to him. Imagine how cool it would be if we could see him snacking on that kill from a kind of dung beetle's perspective right alongside him. But sadly, this grass is very long, and I'm learning that our friend Ronald does not perform too well in long grass and or off-road. So we are not going to continue with that plan. Safari Heart, you're interested to know whether the other duiker that we saw was the mate of this duiker. And I don't think so. It looked like this one's a female, and the other one that we got a glimpse of also, if I remember correctly, was a female. So maybe a daughter or a neighbor. But it seems like both of the duiker we saw in this area were females. Now, I am trying to get another vehicle into the sighting without much joy, so I do need to continue trying to work that out with him. Elvis? I always get confused between Elvis and Abel. It was Abel. Sorry, Abel. Where are you now? Okay, copy, very good. Is Steve there with you? Well, some exciting news. Abel, who was trying to make his way into the sighting, has now bumped into Thandi and the little cub, who are now on the move. So I'm hoping Steve gets there quickly. Although I'm not actually sure on the exact protocol. It should only actually be a one-vehicle sighting, but maybe Steve will be able to pop in there once Abel has moved out. Kevin, you'd like to know why he keeps kind of rubbing his tongue against the roof of his mouth every time after he's fed, and that's probably to remove any fur that he's ingesting along the way. So they will try and avoid as much fur as possible, but naturally a lot does get ingested as they go. And they'll have to cough those out as fur balls at a later stage. Absolutely fascinating. This morning we've had to spend time with a leopardess and her cub, all just relaxed and playful at the den, and then to follow the mother out to have her make a kill. Sadly, we didn't see that, but we were close enough to hear it, and then have this male come rush in and steal it from her is something that I've actually never witnessed before. I've seen lots of males come in and steal old kills from a female, but I've never seen a female abandon an entire freshly made kill to one of her boyfriends, so that was a first for me. And what was fascinating, and what I'm sure a lot of you will agree with, is the fact that she dropped the kill so early. She kind of, I don't even think we managed to film it, it all happened so quickly, but she dropped the kill when he was still probably 20 or 30 meters away. She was not sticking around to take any chances. Ravinda, you would like to know if leopards like to drink the blood of their prey, and yes, they certainly do. They will actively drink the blood. So will cheetah. I've noticed cheetah also like to do that. Once they've punctured an artery, often when they're suffocating the animal, they'll often just lap up the blood that continues to pump out of the body. And I've also been told stories of leopards that cause trouble on farms, especially sheep farms in South Africa. And what will happen is the leopards will come in and kill 10 or 15 sheep, but only actually drink the blood of them. I guess it's a combination of the fact that it's so easy for them to kill the sheep that they get carried away with it. Let me just get back with Abel again. Sorry, Abel, go again. No, I'm still in the block with Tingana. Okay, magical stuff. Well, you'll be glad to know that Steve has got into position with Thandi and the cub. Enjoy. Well, very happy that Jamie has finally got out the mud. And let's hope she doesn't get stuck soon again, and rather that Brent does. Not much has changed here. Tingana continues to snack on this tasty duiker, and what a lucky morning he has had, as well as us. It's been a magical, magical morning, and I'm very, very happy that it paid dividends for Steve to move into this area. It sounds like you got some great views of Thandi and the youngster on the move. Interesting. You wonder what her plans are now, where she plans on moving the cub to. You know, she was happy to stash it there while she went off hunting, and maybe it's the fact that he's nearby that she wants to move the cub away. It's just, hard to understand exactly what her motives are. But I'm glad it's worked out in our best interest, because it's got you some more views of that cute little cubby. Now, Tingana looked quite hungry before he stumbled upon this easy meal, so it'll be interesting to see whether or not he actually finishes this kill before the evening safari, and I've got a feeling that he might. So that's kind of my gut feel at this stage, that he'll consume the whole thing and be done with it by the time we head out this evening, but only time will tell. Catherine, you'd like to know if male leopards will steal from any other leopards or only leopards that they know. Through default, Catherine, I think, especially a big dominant male like this, he's going to know most of the leopards that he comes across, because he's in an established territory. And other than possibly young males flying below the radar, sneaking through his territory, it's going to be his ladies that he is familiar with, that he bumps into. But like I said, there could be a young male that is flying below the radar, trying to find a territory of its own that a big male leopard could steal a kill from, and therefore not necessarily know who that leopard is. Or it could be the fact that, a female is moving through an area, also trying to find a territory. Essentially, I think a lot of the time they will know who they